Okay, I'm not going to save the best tip for last, but what helps with cortisol is so if you clicked on this video, it's probably because you saw the thumbnail. And today we're going to be talking about cortisol phase and how I went from this to this. Okay, yes, big difference. I think this has been trending a little bit on the internet, but I've been meaning to talk about it because I went through this. And yes, it has been a couple of years, but I'm here to share some tips and my journey with how I went about this change in my life. The photos that you guys saw do have a few years apart, and it does not happen overnight. So if you are expecting something like this, it is not going to happen. So just putting this out there, but it is a journey and you have to be patient with yourself, and you do have to have consistency. So as long as you practice these techniques, I think in some way, shape, or form, you'll be able to see a huge difference in your face, in your cortisol, in your inflammation, all of it. This is also coming from my personal experience. I have to put this disclaimer out there that, this is not medical professional advice. So this is from my personal journey with my health and wellness journey and what helped me just reduce the inflammation in my body. And not only has helped my physical appearance, but it has also just helped me mentally. So I'm here to share that with you guys. Okay, so I'm not going to save the best tip for last. I'm going to give it to you guys as the first tip. And what helped me with this phase and the inflammation and the cortisol phase was stress, reducing stress. When I started my yoga practice, I was practicing mindfulness. I was practicing how to manage my stress, how to manage my emotions. And overall, I think I now have a better understanding on how to manage my stress, and I can do it in a better way than I used to. And this is what helped me reduce my inflammation overall. This is the best tip that I have for you guys, because if you can manage your stress levels, you will have less inflammation in your body. You are going to start to see changes in your body because we hold stress in our bodies. You may not see it in the day-to-day, but it does reflect in the way that our bodies are. So a lot of it is also inflammation, and I know there's science behind all of this as well, but we store all of this energy in our bodies, so just reduce your stress. And I know it's not as simple as just saying don't stress about it. Find ways to cope with your stress. Find ways to manage it. So for me, I like to journal. That is my go-to. That is what I do. I like to write things down and just get everything that's up here down here. And that's what helped me out with this cortisol phase. I slimmed down, not just in my face, but my whole body slimmed down, and I did not change my diet. I did not start working out more. It was just the everyday little things that I did to help my mental health. And I am a person who stresses out a lot. I used to be the person who used to ruminate about everything overnight. I couldn't sleep. I would just start to overthink about what people said, what people would think. And nowadays, I don't stress about those things. I actually don't, not that I don't care, but I know that that is something that I can't control, and that does not hold any weight on my shoulders anymore. So it's not up here, it's in my journal. I just know how to manage my stress. Once you start managing your stress, you'll start to see your body change, because we hold all of this energy in our body. For me, my face slimmed down and my body also slimmed down as well, without even asking for it. That's not what I was trying to get to, but it did help out my physical health as well. So I did learn a way to manage my stress, and I suggest that you find a way to manage your stress as well, because this will help you slim down your face. So starting a journey with health and wellness is my second tip here, and it probably seems very obvious, But I do think this is very important with what helped me with my cortisol phase here, okay? When I started my health and wellness journey, and everyone's journey is going to be different. For me, health and wellness is yoga, mindfulness. I think you guys already saw by the videos in my channel. But it just means taking care of my body, my mental health, all of this while I'm on this earth, okay? So this is a practice, a journey, but it can look very different to you who is watching this video right now, or to your friend, my friend, everyone. So just find what works for you. It can be running, boxing, dieting for 5 days of the week and watching where you're eating the rest, or backwards, or implementing more veggies throughout the week. Just little things like that, and you'll start to slowly see changes in your face like I did. Start your health and wellness journey, whatever it is for you. Find what suits you, what you like to do. Start to take care of your body, your mental health, your physical health, and find that balance that works out for you. It did take me a little bit longer to, go through this and to see some changes. Whatever it is that you find for your health and wellness journey, start it and commit to this practice. And don't think about it as a crash diet that you're gonna have to do for 7 days. One tip that I have here is that it has been a journey, right? It hasn't been easy. Sometimes we fall off of it, and it doesn't mean that we need to stop. So it's not a crash diet, it's a practice and a journey, and just habits that we have to make and implement in our day-to-day lives. By the photos, you can see that my face was very inflamed, and I just had so much inflammation throughout my body. But slowly and surely, with this health and wellness journey that I took on, it helped me slim down. If you are trying to just slim down your face because of physical reasons or insecurities, that's fine also. But if you do the work internally and you start to change your mind and start taking care of yourself, it'll slowly change, and you will start to see the changes in your body. Third tip that I have for you guys is cut out alcohol. And I don't mean cut out alcohol completely from your life. I have a love-hate relationship with alcohol, to be honest. And it's actually one of the reasons why I started my health and wellness journey. This is a story for a different time, but this was a big part of why I started living more mindfully. But to get to the point, alcohol and reducing my alcohol intake helped my face overall. And what you guys saw in the before and after photos, that's really a huge part of why my face slimmed down, because I was managing my alcohol intake. Reducing your alcohol intake can actually help you slim down, not just your face, but your whole body, because alcohol causes inflammation overall. Just simple as that. It causes inflammation. Alcohol is not good for you. I'm saying this, but I do still drink alcohol, okay? And I have a love-hate relationship with alcohol, but it's something that I'm working on. I think at one point I also went through a couple of months of just not drinking, because I wanted to cleanse my body. I wanted to just feel good, and I was not feeling good with alcohol. I have a love-hate relationship with it. I do still like my wine, okay? I haven't cut it out completely, but I am more mindful on when I drink, how much I drink. It's not the same as it used to be when I was younger, when I was drinking Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, especially if you are, in a big city. When you're younger, you're just loving life, and I don't blame anyone or judge anyone for living their life. I don't regret any of those years, but I am very thankful that I don't live the way that I used to, because that lifestyle that I used to live was not a healthy one, and I did not feel good. I did not feel good mentally. I did not feel good about myself physically. But when I started making those changes, and when I started being more mindful about how much I was drinking, I started to see changes in my body. And if you are on the same boat, alcohol, just do a little check how much you're drinking. Is it healthy? Is it not? Is it helping you mentally? Because if it's not, then I would say maybe just start to push it away a little bit. What helped me do a reset was cutting it out for a few months. I think I stopped drinking for 3 months, and I came back with a different mentality about my relationship with alcohol. I do like to drink. I'm not saying that I don't drink, but I do drink more mindfully, and I drink socially. I like to enjoy the social aspect of it when it comes to like friends, family, all of it. But it's not something that I rely on as much as I used to at one point, if that makes sense at all. But just do a little check-in with yourself on how much alcohol you're taking. And if you want to start this journey, I would say do a reset like the way that I did. Cut it out cold turkey for a few months and come back to see whether you actually do need it as much as you thought you did, or come back and see if you even want to drink again. When I took a break, I saw so many benefits. My mind was much more clear. I felt like more at ease with myself. My emotions weren't getting the best of me, and I just felt so much better about myself. Waking up on a Saturday with no hangover was honestly the best. But yeah, I do still drink. I just think I have a better relationship with alcohol. I don't hate myself for drinking. I don't dislike myself for drinking. It's something that I have to just find the right balance for myself. And I think I'm in a good spot with it. But overall, reducing my whole intake is what helped me reduce my face, my chubby face right here. Another great tip that I have for you guys is healing your relationship with food. And this probably falls into the health and wellness bucket, but I do want to dive a little bit deeper into healing your relationship with food, because I know a lot of people struggle with food overall, especially women, right? As women, we're all trying to fit into this idea of like the perfect body, and we're always constantly judging ourselves and going on crash diets and trying to find the best food, the best diet for us that's going to get us to this ideal body. But healing your relationship with food, I think, is really important and something that has had a great impact on my overall health. So healing my relationship with food helped me overall slim down, not just in my face, but my body. It helped me physically and mentally as well. But I know you guys are here to hear the how this whole thing happened. Having a better relationship with food and healing that helps you, because you're going to make better choices when it comes to the day-to-day. You're not gonna go on a crash diet. You're not gonna go on a month diet and be super strict with yourself and binge afterwards, right? So healing your relationship with food means that you're making this a habit and you're understanding why you're nourishing your body the way that you are and why you're choosing to eat this rather than this, because it's going to help you physically, mentally, and what you're putting in your body makes a huge difference in your physical health, but also your mental health, right? So just finding the right balance and realizing why you're eating what you're eating and just healing that part of yourself is super important. And why is that important is because you're going to start to make better choices in your day-to-day life. It's not going to be a diet. It's going to be, oh, I am hungry. I am gonna eat this. And I know that I'm gonna eat this because it makes me feel good. And I'm not gonna eat this because it does not make me feel good. So be more mindful. For me, it started as a learning experiment. And initially it was because of the physical aspect of it. I wanted to lose a couple of pounds. I honestly didn't like the way that I looked physically. I didn't like myself at all, to be honest. And I started to dabble into food a little bit. I started to experiment. I think I remember with fasting, and then I tried keto. So I dabbled into all of these different realms of food and diets, and I tried all of it, okay? When I started this health and wellness journey, I tried all of it, and I think in hindsight, it also honestly helped my journey because I started to learn more about my body, and I started to learn what foods helped me, what foods were not good for me, what foods caused pain in my stomach or bloating, and what just did not feel right with me. And after I went through that whole journey, I learned about my body, myself, and I learned to have a balance with food. I didn't hate food anymore because I saw it in a different way. I saw it in a different way once I started learning about foods and the way that it was impacting my body. I started reading books and I learned that certain foods are, inflammatory. Some foods are not good for you, some foods are. And this does not mean that I don't eat, pizza, burgers, alcohol, whatever it is. I eat junk food. I like Wendy's. That's my guilty pleasure, okay? I do eat junk food. I don't restrict myself nowadays, but after healing my relationship with food and just knowing why I eat the way I eat and knowing that healthy foods just make me feel better, I will make better choices. I make better choices, but I don't overthink or punish myself for eating a pizza or a burger. I don't diet at all, to be honest, and I haven't dieted in many years. I just eat freely. I just eat very intuitively. So I just know the foods that make me feel good, and I know what does not make me feel good. I often go for nourishment because I know that it's going to help me physically and also mentally. Once you start to learn about food and healing your relationship with food, start testing out those little things, start implementing certain vegetables or reducing certain things, and you're gonna start to see changes in your body but also in your mental health. And slowly this is going to be a lifestyle change. Okay, so one last tip that I have for you guys is sleep. Sleep is so important for cortisol overall, but the cortisol phase just naturally, reduce stress. You have to get your 8 hours of sleep. Even if you're not someone who likes to sleep a lot, I suggest that you just get in the routine of getting good sleep. For me, for example, at one point, I had a hard time getting good sleep, to be honest. I struggled because I would just ruminate my thoughts and I would stress about work and I would stress about my next step in life. And this is something that didn't get me enough sleep. I did get an Apple Watch at one point and I started tracking my sleep and I saw how little bit of deep sleep I was getting, and that is not good at all. Something that helps with your well-being and something that helped slim down my face overall was stress, and what helps with stress is getting good sleep as well. So we have to take care of our whole being overall. And I'm gonna show you guys my thing for sleep. These are the two things that you need for sleep, okay? This is melatonin. Melatonin is amazing. I don't take it anymore if it's past 11 p.m. because I notice that I wake up groggy. Melatonin helps you sleep. This is 1.5 milligrams. I just do like 2 sprays and it knocks me out. There's also something called valerian root, which is a plant, and I actually like that better. I used to have that and I just started just trying this out to test it out. I like both, but I do like valerian root. Valerian root doesn't make you wake up groggy, at least for me. You can find it on Amazon, but I'll link that below so you guys can check it out. I like this spray. And then this is a must. This is a huge must for good sleep, I swear. If you're getting a good sleep overall, you're gonna have a better day the next day. Your body's gonna be less inflamed. You're just gonna tackle the day a lot better. These are just little habits that you have to stack on to your routine and to your everyday life. And slowly you're gonna start to see changes in your body, in your face, without even knowing it. So like I mentioned before, it's not an overnight thing. This is not a crash diet. It's something that you have to make a lifestyle, and you're gonna see the changes in your mind, your body, your soul, all of it. So yeah, getting good sleep is highly important. This one I got from Amazon. This one has like the little circles here, which is amazing because you don't feel trapped. You can actually open up your eyeballs. I was always very weary about eye masks because I just felt like, oh my god, like I can't open my eyes, but these have like these little holes, which is really cool. I'll link them down below for you guys if you guys are interested in that. I bought that one over and over again and it's amazing. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that these tips helped you out in some way, shape, or form. This is what helped me out throughout my journey to slim down the cortisol phase. You guys saw what I used to look like a few years ago, but if you didn't, here's a reminder of the before and after. These are just practices that I've implemented in my life, and now it's just a routine and part of my lifestyle, to be honest. So this is what helped me out, and I hope that you start your journey, and I hope that it helps you out as well. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share it with anyone who might find it helpful. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.